Coming in with, I guess you could say, a little check-in. Not a whole lot has really changed since my last, well, depends on how you look at that. Energetically, I have been in the fields for a few days now. I think it kind of was coming on for a while, really. I just made choices to try to enjoy and just take advantage of what was available to me. But through me doing this inner child work, I don't know, it's almost like I do it and maybe it stirs the pot, so to speak. Yeah, maybe it gets the pot stirred up, because now I'm like, I was feeling like, okay, yeah, I'm ready to take this on and do, and then like the past couple days I just been hit. Today particularly, I woke up just really bothered, just in so much, I guess you could say, mental anguish, like mental going on, and just I had to just tap in and just talk to spirit, source, divine, or whatever you refer to it, source and spirit guides, excuse me, and really ask for that help. And I just laid there for at least 20 minutes asking for this help and this energy and this motivation, this will to connect with source and really feel spirit, and to be able to hear and understand my spirit guides, and connect to this 5D world and really feel their guidance and their presence. And I mean, it was almost like it was just a recording on repeat in my mind. Somewhere along the day, I got it, like after, I might have been there 20-30 minutes, I don't know. I really wanted to try to tap in and go into my inner child, but it was kind of like a block at that point. And then, of course, I have a child, so it didn't happen at that point. So somewhere along the line, somewhere along the way, I got that little nudge, and I moved on with my day, which is just kind of a mellow day today. I'm still trying to build. I'm still trying to build up. It's almost like, I don't know if who of you all follow Law of Attraction, Abraham Hicks. As chicks always say, you reach for the next best feeling. And I've been a follower of that for some years, over about 4 years or more. And I'm not a heavy follower, but I do try to take lessons where I can here and there and apply them. Yeah, so I've just been reaching for the next best feeling. And I was really distant, really secluded today in my nature. I just didn't really want to be active, social at all. And I have, of course, family that's here from out of town, but I'm just, you guys, those of you that's here watching this, or come across this video in time, I will admit that I think this is the first time in my life around Christmas that I wasn't just geeked or just in the swept up in the the lights, that spirit of Christmas, just the ideology I've had behind the holidays for a long time. I've had a romance with the holidays since I was a child, and I'm kind of understanding what that is. So for the first time in years, I haven't been swept up in it. Of course, I was a little at the beginning, but it hasn't felt the same. I guess started to look at it and the things we do and the meaning behind it and kind of how we are, well, it's not to raid on anybody's parade, but we all get these gifts and exchange these gifts, and it's like, I get you a gift, you get me a gift, blah, blah, blah. And, I'm kind of starting to think about, like, for all that energy, maybe I should just put that energy into myself. Don't get me anything. I don't get you anything. Get ourselves something. And then I'm just starting to question and look at things. Every year my family has this big Christmas gathering. My grandmother has, like, I think it's 11 of them. Was 11 of them, and their kids and their children's children, all of our family. It's so big now that it's just ridiculous. But we used to have a Christmas Eve family gathering since before I was born. My grandmother and her oldest sister started it. And it was nice because the family would come together, but over the years, it's just kind of like we're doing it just because it's tradition and no one's really putting the real effort in it. So, for the past few years, I would say, I'm not even going. And then I would feel kind of guilty or kind of some kind of way, and I would go. Maybe not wanting to miss out because it was tradition, but this year I just made up my mind, like, no, I'm not doing it. I'm not going. Because you do this big parade of family and love, and this, and it's like, it's not real. You go and you put on these false faces and you ask, well, how are you doing? Or how are you doing? And nobody tells the truth. It's, oh, I'm great, I'm fine, I'm this. But nobody says, look, I'm depressed, I'm struggling, I'm this, I'm that, I'm broke, I can't pay this bill, I'm this. Nobody does that. It's like, oh, I'm good, I'm fine, and you? And it's the same old conversation. It's like, do you really care? I haven't heard from you since last year at this time, or the last funeral, which I stopped going to funerals years ago. But it's so fake, and I just didn't want to do that ring around the rosy game. And it sounds bitter coming across, sorry, but it's just me coming to terms with it. But I just didn't want to do that. So it ended up getting kept. Anyway, so goodness, I was right on point. But I was like, no, I don't want to put that effort into go and perform. And it's amongst family, it's not a genuine, we just want to be together, and it's always like a performance, competition or so, just to see or just to pry or just to know what's going on in the other's life. It's not genuine, so I don't want to waste my time. I'd rather do nothing at home. So, and the day of Christmas, I was feeling the same way. Like, I didn't want to do much. I just wanted to be home, and I struggled with that because we have all these gifts for different family members, and I just didn't want to do that. And I felt kind of bad, like, oh, they're going to expect to see me come and be present. But I said, you know what? No, I'm not doing that. Like, they're doing what they want to do with their time. I'm coming to terms and being comfortable with, no, I don't want to do that. I want to be home, and that's okay. The world's not going to stop if I don't meet someone's expectation or, if I don't make someone happy. So, yeah, that was interesting. So anyway, yeah, I stayed home. I've never felt that super accepted love anyway. It always felt like I just want to be nosy, just want to see what you're doing type of thing. So yeah, I was honest this year. Like, no, I don't want to do that. I have my own life I'm trying to live and put all the pieces together. I don't want to go perform for someone. So, stayed home, enjoyed my child, and that was that. I had some tower moments even being at home, particularly with my DM, which was, I could really feel spirit throughout that day. And I'm learning a lesson of zip, when you triggered. Like, I'm getting this. It's not like I'm just a genius at it, but I'm learning to just not react to some of these triggers, even when you want to. And it's like growth. I was talking to my sister today, and it's like, man, that growth hurts. It's like, it hurts. It's not fun. It's not easy. Like, sometimes you just want to dig in at them, but it's like, what would that prove? What would that do? It'll give you comfort, or, just momentarily. But what would that do overall? It's not going to fix anything. And they're not going to respond how you want them to most of the time anyway. So what's the point? And it's almost like, would you rather just get that win in for that moment, or just let them know how you feel? It's like, what do you expect them to do? And if they did it just for that moment, then what? You might have got their apology or whatever for that moment, but did it push them away from you? Did it, what did it do at that moment? You got to pick your battles, and you got to know if this battle is worth the whole war. So, had that little moment, the moment with the family where I was just like, no, I'm cool. And I felt like it's crazy because it's relieving for me to just be like, no, I didn't want to go see anyone, my grandmother, no one. And I came to it's okay to not meet someone's expectations. If they're expecting to see me, if they are, it's okay. I have a lot of expectations, and I'm learning to deal with them and release them. Expectations get you nowhere. So I don't have to perform to my expectations of others' expectations of me. It's okay. And so I kind of wanted to have this guilt about it, like, let me get up and go. And my DM kind of had popped up, and it kind of gave me a little bit of juice. But then it's like, no, I really still don't feel like doing anything. Like, no. And so I just got real comfortable with my no, like real firm in my no, and it's okay. So yeah, it's like I have about a million other things I could do and want to do than that. So I just didn't. I could just sit here, but like, never mind. I could just sit here if I wanted to just. It doesn't matter what I wanted to do. It's like I was struggling with that. Well, you're not doing anything. It's like, it doesn't matter. It doesn't matter if I just want to sit butt naked and watch eat ice cream and watch TV. I don't want to go do that. And it's okay. Guys, whatever you want to do, you don't have to explain your no. If someone's inviting you to an event of a lifetime, the seeing of it doesn't matter. If you want to just stay home butt naked and lay in bed and not do that, that's okay. Your ideal is your ideal. Your and you have to get comfortable in it. Like, no. And sometimes just no is good at that. You don't have to explain. You don't have to have something more important to do than what's offered. So I got real comfortable in that, and it was okay. I'm here today, right? The world didn't end. No one's house burnt down in my family because I didn't show up. So yeah, that was the first time, and I'm just, it's like when I look back over that, I'm like, wow, I am not feeling that need to just go and show up or be fake. And that's what I've noticed also, and I'm coming to terms with as well, is that I've always, I have put this mask on for everyone, like this okay face, like I'm okay. Don't have to worry about me. Or maybe I don't know what that was about. Maybe I'm still trying to figure it out. I don't know if it's because I didn't want to be seen as vulnerable by having a certain emotion, or being disturbed or bothered or hurt. I just didn't want to draw that attention to myself and be known as being weak or vulnerable. And by me showing that would make me showing a weakness would make me more vulnerable. Me letting someone know how vulnerable I really was, maybe. So, and that goes for everything from how I dealt with relationships to how I've dealt with peers in school, how I dealt with family. just not wanting to be authentic in how I'm feeling. Not wanting it to be known that I'm depressed. Not wanting it to be known that I'm bothered or I'm scared or any of those emotions. I've always hid them. I suppressed them. And I think it's really because I didn't really have a place to be safely vulnerable. Growing up, I couldn't be vulnerable at school any more than I was. I didn't really have that real friend that I could do that with growing up. Most of the times I was alone, pretty isolated until earlier. And then when I had all these friends around, it wasn't genuine, and it was almost like it changed drastic, weird. That's another day. This video is getting longer than I want. But anyway, so I couldn't do it there. I couldn't do it at home. Because my family, they weren't that vulnerable, emotional type. And I think for the most part, they were more worried about my brothers, because you always think the boys, they have so much going on, especially in my community, so much going on, and you have to focus on them in a way, to a certain extent, more than a girl. If it's a girl, she's having guy troubles or whatever. They don't think about all the things that you could be dealing with emotionally, mentally, all of that. Just trying to find who you are and where you belong, and just what society puts on you. So I don't think in my family they really thought about that. So I didn't have someone I could just go and be vulnerable to or cry or just show that soft, weak spot. So I just had to be okay. And I kind of carried that persona around. I never would let someone know just how much I'm hurting. Or even now, it's so hard. But I'm doing it more and more. Like I'm just, even if I just let it on, I'm just having a hard time right now. And that's a long way for me to let people know. But I'm getting there. More authentic, more honest with it. I had this reading by a lady named Sophia, and she had mentioned me wearing this mask, and like I kind of have this happy mask on this, and I'm getting that now. Like when I look at it, like I do. I let people think that I'm just, nothing is as bad as it is, and that it's okay. Like I never want that excess attention, but at the same time, you kind of do. I don't know. I'm working my way through it though, and I'm seeing my progress, at least recognizing things. So that's what it has been. I'm going to get ready to do some work. It's late here. I plan to do some writing. I've journaled for years on and off. And I've done manifesting through writing, scripting, things like that. And I've been really nudged, even through some suggestions from readers, to get back into writing. Man, I have some things to release, and that's always been a good form for me. And I've been saying I was going to do it for a while. And I had my little paper and pen, and I haven't, but I have some free time. It's here, it's late. It's kind of like I'm just going to do what I'm led to do tonight. But, yeah, this is no big breakthrough or announcement, but just checking in. I'm here. I'm still doing it. It's not easy, y'all, and growth hurts. It hurts, man. It's even when you're triggered or you want to respond or react to something, and you realize that, hey, might not be a good idea to do that, and it's like you really, for some reason, just maybe out of just familiarity or habit, I don't know, you really want to do it even though you know. And if you choose to keep doing something that you know is not smart or negative, it's like it's your choice at that point. It's your choice. And so, you can't blame anybody at that point once you know better. So once you know better, you should do better. And that's not always the case, but it sure hurts like hell. Even just trying to be better and improve yourself, it hurts. It's no walk, it's no cakewalk. So anyway, I hope you guys have enjoyed your holiday. And then if you're on this journey, that you're connecting the dots, you're getting some relief as well. And you are releasing, excuse me. And you're finding yourself, you're finding that comfort. And usually it comes from yourself. I've never went into an inner child session and it's come from someone else. It's always been a version of me comforting myself. And I kind of like it that way. That gives me the power. But anyway, those of you who are struggling, I try to put this message in all my videos, you guys. If it gets too long, I will cut them sometimes. But just know, you're not alone. We all have gone through these thoughts, these questions, these feelings, if we're being real and honest enough with ourselves. If you're walking and living in this human life, you're going to have some of these questions and some of these issues. None of us get out alive. None of us get out unscathed. So it's okay. Don't be so hard on yourself. Your healing looks different than mine. Your story looks different from mine. It might be familiar or similar, but everybody's is different. Everybody's healing is different. So just know you're not alone. And I'll see you in the next video.